Hey, what's going on here? Why are you here?
We're filming.
That's today? I thought that was next week. Give me like 5 minutes to prep, hold on.
Okay, is that all you need?
You know, actually, good reminder. You know, one more thing. Actually, just let me refill my bottle real quick. Alright, I'm back. Where were we? 7 tips to improve your... What is this? Running? Training? 7 tips for track and field training. Tip number 1 for today. Mileage is key. It's essential to any training for any event. So, you're going to want to build up your mileage, start small, but you're going to want to work up throughout the preseason training. You're going to want to be around, by the end of it in your peak, you kind of want to be around 60 miles a week, but anything from 40 to 60, you're really going to see that payoff. Because if you're just doing 15 to 30 miles a week, you can't be expecting these great times like 4:30 miles and sub 10 2 miles. Even if the weather's bad outside, you're going to want to get your mileage in. If it's raining, if it's snowing, if it's just a total awful day to run, you're gonna want to get your mileage in still. So whether that means biking indoors, or if you have that kind of indoor track nearby that is open to you, take that route instead of missing a key training day. If you don't have practice, try and wake up early so that you run, so that you don't procrastinate throughout the day saying, oh, I'll run later, because if you eat, then oh, I have to wait an extra hour now because I just ate. If you do it in the morning, and then you don't have to worry about eating and all that. You have it out of the way as soon as you wake up. It'll keep you a lot more dedicated towards your mileage. Tip number 2, the proper running shoes are essential. Without these, you're gonna lead to injuries and things that you don't wanna stay out of. Your shin splints, your knee problems, your tendonitis, nothing anyone wants to mess with. Because the proper running shoes, whether you pronate, you're a neutral, or a supinated foot strike, it's gonna differentiate which kind of shoe you need. Personally, I go with Brooks, that's what I find most comfortable, but the brand doesn't really matter. It's what suits your needs, the type of cushion, and the kind of padding that you're looking for. You're gonna want the proper running shoes because without it, it's gonna leave you injured on the sideline, disappointed because you're not gonna reach your goals because you're gonna be sitting out for most of the time, missing essential training. You're gonna wanna go to a store that's gonna fit your needs. You're not gonna want to go to a big box outdoor store or sports store. You're gonna want to go to something that's specific. You want to go to a running store that's gonna test your needs. That's gonna put you on a treadmill, put you there so they can test your arc, whether you're supinating, pronating, or neutral, so that they'll tell you what you need to do, the type of shoes that'll be best for you. That way you know you're getting what you need. Rather at a big box store, you're kind of just guessing what kind of shoes are best for you and you don't actually know. Did you start this yet?
Yeah.
Oh. Tip number 3, you know, things like running watches, heart rate monitors, and even your type of clothing is going to be essential to having a good season. Personally, I like my Garmin 630, it's a Forerunner. You know, it really keeps me on track for things like workouts. I'm able to time myself, do the distance. It does things such as, you know, my stride, my VO2 max, and even my lactate threshold. You know, it really upped my training last year when I bought this. You know, it really kept me on track, kept me on point. And it really, I saw huge differences in my training once I bought one of these for myself. And as for running, or as for clothing, you're gonna wanna dress to match the weather. If it's cold out, you're not gonna wanna be out there in short shorts. You know, you're gonna wanna be out there, you're gonna want your long compressions. You're gonna want maybe some sweats on, a jacket, running gloves, and even some earmuffs if it's that cold out. If you're wearing the wrong type of, you know, clothing when you're going out running, it's gonna lead to injuries, sickness. You know, if you're running out in bad weather and you're not dressed properly, it could lead to injuries, and that's something you want to avoid as much as possible. Tip number 4, rolling out and stretching are key things to staying healthy through a long season. You're gonna want to buy some rollers, different types. I mean, foam rollers, deep tissue rollers, joint rollers, and hand rollers. These are all things that are going to improve your training and bring you to the next level by always keeping you fresh. Alright, so this is my personal favorite roller. You know, it's a little extra maybe, but you know, $160. This thing is my best friend. You know, after a hard workout and intense distance run, this is my go-to. You know, clamp it on, roll out for 15-20 minutes, and I feel like a new person. Definitely worth the investment in my point. Price point's a little high, but it's gonna be better than needing to go to the doctor for doing an injury. Even though I still got injured when I had this. So with this kind of strength, no, not strength. Oh, so with this kind of rollout of equipment, you're gonna be doing just fine in the stretching department. You're also gonna wanna do some stationary stretching and definitely some dynamics before running. That's gonna keep you healthy and make your run a lot more enjoyable. Tip number 5, something a lot of people neglect in running, is weight training. You know, you're probably thinking, well, I'm a distance guy, I don't really need weight training. It's gonna slow me down, get me injured. Well, not if you do it right. It's very essential to being healthy and being stronger and faster. Just because they're not show muscles doesn't mean they're not gonna help you. So what you're gonna wanna do is, you're gonna wanna do core, push-ups, you're gonna wanna do some, I do a lot of dumbbell type of strength, some body weight, and you know, some band strength, because that will really improve your core strength and your arms. So when you're in that race and your arms are feeling tired and it's hard to push through it, well, that's not gonna be a problem because your arms are gonna be stronger and your delts are gonna help you push through that pain. Tip number 6 is gonna be, you're gonna wanna know your knowledge and you're gonna wanna get your mindset down. My best way of doing that is by reading books. Alright, books are the key to success. I recommend Born to Run, How Bad You Want It, and Let Your Mind Run. These are really great books on kind of understanding your mindset and how you're capable of a lot more than what you think you are. And your mind kind of dictates that in races and in training. And that makes a lot of difference, and I think a lot of runners neglect that. And it can really up your game from a 5 all the way up to a 10 or even 11. You know, it's gonna be a key difference maker in a sport where it's all about the mind. The links for these 3 books will be down in the description below. You know, if you're interested in the ring, I definitely suggest you go check them out. Totally not sponsored by them, by the way, but you know, if you're watching, you know, sponsor me maybe. Broke, going to college soon, could use money, you know. Please. Tip number 7. You know, I'm tired of this. I'm taking a break.
No, you're right.
It's still 12. Still 12.
I know.
Okay. Alright, let's get back to work. Tip number 7 is goal setting. I think this can really make a huge difference if you have these giant dreams of going down to state, being state champ, winning, medaling at these big meets. It's all gonna start with goal setting, right? So you're gonna want, you know, I don't believe it's truly a goal until you write it down. You write it down and you look at it, you're like, yeah, that's me. I'm gonna be that person. And you're like, I'm gonna do this. It's that realization once you write it down that this is a true possibility for you, and you can kind of see yourself where you wanna be. Your step 2 is, I think you should tell people. It's gonna help it, and they'll help keep you on the right track. And you're gonna wanna keep a day-to-day log, things that are gonna help keep yourself on track. You know, make sure you're doing everything right. Quote that I like is, win the day, win the workout, just win the moment. You know, I think that really wraps your head around the whole meaning of goal setting. You know, we're past 7 tips and we have 1 more left on the sheet.
Just call it 1 step. We'll have this 1 step for people who stay to the end.
Because you made it to the end of the video, you get a bonus tip. Alright, so bonus tip is diet. What you eat and what you drink are gonna make a huge difference. If you're fueling yourself with pop, soda, and junk food, you seriously think your training's gonna be on point? Of course not. You're gonna wanna be drinking plenty of water every day. You're gonna wanna be eating properly. Your chicken, your pasta, you're gonna want your carbs, you're gonna want your proteins. I personally really enjoy fish. Fish are a great source of your nutrients that you're gonna need for running. It's a great supplement. And you're gonna want your recovery drinks of electrolytes after hard workouts. Just having a candy bar or just a little snack every now and then, not all the time, but you know, just once here and there, isn't gonna be the end all be all. You know, you can have a little bit, but in moderation. You can't be just eating that all the time like it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's not acceptable. Oh yeah, I forgot another one. Alright, So you're gonna wanna have proper warm-ups and cool-downs. You know, you're gonna wanna do dynamic stretching for your warm-up. And if it's gonna be a hard workout, you're gonna wanna do probably 10-minute jog, followed by your dynamics. And then you're gonna wanna get into your workout, because then your muscles are loose and ready to go, rather than just jumping straight into it and likely tearing something or, you know, leading to an injury. And then you're gonna want a proper cool down. After hard workouts or a hard last mile of a run, you're gonna want about a 5 to 10 minute cool down to get that lactic acid out of your legs, you know, get that refreshed so you can feel better in the morning. I suggest if it's a hard workout, maybe do some leg raises, find a wall, put your feet up vertical, sit there 10-20 minutes. Attached with your cool down, you're gonna want any type of stretching, whether that's partner stretching. You know, I have a band that I always use for stretching, makes that a lot easier. Just anything like that, just get, you know, set a timer for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just get a quick stretching. If you're like pressed for time, always remember to add time for your stretching, because without that, it's gonna make your training there pointless, because you're gonna get injured again. And that's the key factor of today's video is, if you don't do these, you're gonna be more likely to get injured. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys have any videos or any advice you guys or questions you want to ask, put that down in the comments below. I'll make sure to get back to you, and maybe it'll be a future video. Make sure to subscribe. I really appreciate the help, and more videos coming up soon.